provision for grouping of questions, but it's the exact same question.
Yeah.
So I would ask in relation to this now, I'm asking you about the development of a state-led rural development programme to bridge the gap. So if you could depart from your script now, Minister, because you've given it, and just to save time, to come back, because I have 3 specific questions in relation to this. No funding has been provided for new LEADER projects in 2021. No funding has been identified for the delivery and administration of the LEADER programme for 2021, and no interim National Rural Development Plan, although I hear you're going to publish it. So could you please just address those 3? Thank you.
Yeah, well, just to clarify for the Deputy, yes, there is funding provided for 2021. That's incorrect, that assumption. There is 44 million in the budget for 2021, and that 44 million will be used to fund existing LEADER commitments and provide for a transitional programme, because the current LEADER programme, as we know, comes to an end in December this year, but due to delays in agreeing the Common Agriculture Policy and the EU budget at EU level, the programme will not commence until 2022 at the earliest. But the Government has committed to prioritising a transitional programme to bridge the gap between the current programme and the next one. The duration of the transitional period at EU level has not been agreed, so we're therefore planning that Ireland's transitional programme will run for an initial period of 12 months, but with the scope to extend, if necessary, to align with the outcome of the discussions at EU level between the Commission and the Parliament. And as EU co-funding may become available for the transitional programme, our intention is that the programme will be subject to the current operating rules for LEADER, and the existing LEADER structures will be used for the delivery of the programme. And this will involve the continuing role of the current local action groups, the LAGs, and the implementing partners in each LEADER area. And the transitional programme will provide funding for new projects and for the administration of the programme. And the cost of the transition programme will be managed within the department's budget. As I said, we have 44 million. And LEADER is a multi-annual programme, and payments in respect of projects which are approved in any given year, they're not generally drawn down until subsequent years. Therefore, costs related to projects under the transitional programme in 2021 are likely to be actually relatively low, but the overall project costs will be met from the provision in my department's vote in 2022 and 2023 as required, as well as 2021.
I understand that there's a delay because of the CAP negotiations. I understand that. But we look back at the questions, and they weren't my questions, they were other Deputy's questions, culminating with Martin Brown yesterday. Back to December 19, where you were on notice there was going to be a transition phase. And so we have a full year gone, and almost, and no transition plan published. That's number one. And so when you say there's no particular panic on the ground, 35 rural local development companies are asking all of us TDs, they're asking us for certainty in relation to what does the 44 million apply to? Does it apply to new projects? How much will be used up on the projects that we're already committed to by the end of this year? Now, you've confirmed it will apply to administration costs. That's good. We're getting some certainty now, and I welcome that. But what we need is, sorry, I just to draw your attention to the time, you're giving me extra time by mistake, somebody. So what have I, yeah, sorry, just, seeing as I'm always given out about time, I better stick to time myself. I don't know what's left now. That's true, but I try.
Your time is now up.
Well, I should 10 seconds because I've drawn your attention to the clock. Yeah. So really, I think your choice of words were unfortunate. No particular panic on the ground. May well be no panic, but a lot of uncertainty that needs clarification.
There's no uncertainty.
Well, I'm telling you this uncertainty because that's what we're being told by the Connemara Forum.
Okay, well, Deputy, can I just be very clear here?
Yes, please.
I know, and I appreciate you're being told, because I see the letters that have been sent out to everybody, and that's why there's so many leader questions coming up today.
Yes.
And I'm very happy to answer them.
Good.
There is no uncertainty. Number one, they don't stop announcing projects until the end of this year, so they can continue to announce projects. And as I said, there's a lot of projects there, all 3,000 odd of them. I'll just get you the figure now. they have plenty of work to do for the next year and a half, believe you me, because 3,500 core projects approved to the value of 139 million, a further 341 projects requesting 21 million in funding. They're at various stages of the approval process. They haven't been completed yet. So on the payment side, 1,800 project promoters have now received a final payment. So there's 3,500, in fact there's more, there's 3,841 projects. Only 1,800 of them have been finished. There's a lot of work to do for the next year and a half, because only half of them, just over half of them. So they will have plenty to do. There will be a transition programme, and I will be announcing that in a number of weeks, and I can assure you that there will be sufficient funding so that they will be able to continue to operate. Because I have been on this place before. In 2016 it was the same story, and there was a big furore, and it was all sorted very amicably in the end. And I want to work with these leader companies, and I want them to engage with my department, and I'll be doing likewise.
Well, I'm delighted, but perhaps the communication should have happened beforehand. And I'm delighted. I'm delighted that you're now given certainty and that the plan will be published in the next few weeks. Now, we can hold you to that before Christmas. Now, if we look at the Irish Local Development Network, they're pointing out the uncertainty on the ground. If I look at Forum Connemara, they're pointing out the uncertainty on the ground. So, Minister, all we're asking here is we all recognise the work that they're doing on the ground. I was sparing you reading that out to me because I've read all the detailed replies. We know the wonderful work that they're doing. In fact, that work should be reinforced and resourced with extra money. And the uncertainty around the 44 million, how much of it was available for new projects, how much of it was available to keep the scheme going for the year, and the plan itself. Why? No, I just used my 15 seconds. I know the Minister is anxious to reply to me, but in 60 seconds, one tries to get out the best we can. So we need certainty, and we need communication. We need positive communication and interaction with the groups on the ground. Atá obair na gapal ó dhéanamh acu lá í níl é.
For the third time, Deputy, there's 44 million made available next year to pay for existing projects and for a new transitional programme. In a number of weeks, I will be issuing a new transitional programme following consultation with the stakeholders. And I know Lido do extremely good work, really good work, and or the local action groups, the local development companies. They do really good work on the ground. I also engage with them in my other department, which is the Department of Social Protection. They roll out a number of projects on our behalf there too. But what I want to do is I'm going to carry out a full review of the success of the current Leader programme, because they're not the only people that's delivering on the ground, because we're delivering through the local authorities. We deliver CLAR, we deliver the Town and Village Renewal Scheme, we deliver outdoor recreation, and we deliver under the Rural Regeneration Scheme. So there's a number of players there as well, and I do accept that they do good work. I want to engage with them, but I do want to see, and I want to review the scheme, and I think it's timely now that we should look at what they have achieved over the last programme and how we can improve upon it into the next programme.